Rendezvous point. We move fast, Zura running me and Cole on the hoverboard. There's no point being stealthy now. Whoever's waiting for us at the rendezvous point heard that firefight. Either they slipped away or gone to ground. I just hope they don't start shooting when they see us charging in. I also try not to think about the direction we're running, away from the rebellion that Cole wanted to join yesterday, toward a woman who will likely want to bury me. At our frantic speed, 8 kilometers doesn't take much time, or seem very far away from the wreckage behind us, but soon as breathless, Zura calls us to a halt. Just over that ridge, Cole steps from the board. We'll walk in slowly, weapons down. Weapons, I mutter. Our collective firepower is down to a rifle, a few grenades, a pulse knife, and a bow and arrow. As we climb the ridge, I glance back the way we've come. No vehicles in the sky, no body heat, just columns of smoke blotting out a stretch of stars. Maybe when people see plasma guns blazing away, they'll investigate with caution. We creep into the ridge top with only the eye slits of our sneak suits open. Our destination doesn't look like much from up here, just a flat expanse of rock, the perfect size for a hover car to land. Anything? Cole asks. Zura shakes her head. I'll do a circuit. We don't have time, Cole says. We have to make contact before someone starts poking around back here. He pulls his sneak suit down to reveal his face, then stands up in plain view. Hola, he calls down. No answer. Soy Cole Palafox. Hi aluan ahi. Nothing but echoes. He waits a moment, then sighs. Might as well go down. We're in the right spot at least. There are footprints in the dirt, a few discarded food containers. A pile of rocks to one side suggests that someone has cleared the space. But there's no fancy tech, nothing to detect our arrival, and ping whoever's got the code book. No jump mines, at least. Cole is pacing. They ran when the shooting started. They probably thought an army was coming down on them. Plasma guns have that effect, Zura says, looking at me. Not my first choice for dealing with mines. My first choice was running away, I point out, but then someone flew off with our only hoverboard. My job is to protect the air, not... Enough, Cole says. We're here now. What exactly did your order say, Zura? Search for the signal from your hoverboard. Find you, then report here, she shrugs. There wasn't a backup plan for if nobody was around. Okay, so they'll pick another spot to meet. How long till they send that out? It doesn't matter, sir. Our codebook receiver is at the bottom of a ravine. For a moment, Cole looks like a lost child. Then he gathers himself. We need to find another Victorian unit. How do we do that? Zura shakes her head. What's left of our forces are running, silent, which means trying not to be found. They'll only listen to orders from the codebook. That's how our system was designed. Then we go back to the bunker, Cole says. Sooner or later, someone's bound to show up for those weapons. On foot? Through enemy territory? Zura asks. We can't fit 3 on that hoverboard, and we've already run into one bunch of jump mines. Cole lets out a sigh. He scratches up from our fall off the hoverboard. His face is dirty and streaked with sweat. We don't have a choice. Cole, I say gently, let's get some sleep. Whoever wanted us here could show up tomorrow. For once, Zura agrees with me. We're too tired to walk into another firefight, sir. Of course, Cole says with frowns. I don't suppose there's anything to eat? That's when it occurs to me that we're back to nothing. No food, no water, and no wood to burn. It's like the wild is always trying to starve me. Zura has some good news. We don't have to sleep in our sweaty sneak suits. Thanks to clever Victorian military tech, they can be fused together into a stealthy tent. The only problem is, all I'm wearing under mine is a ripped nightshirt and undershorts. My sweatpants are back in the ravine on fire along with our food and our receiver. And mountains get cold at night. While Zura works, I huddle half naked on a rock, hugging my legs to stay warm. The wild feels infinite around me, a boundless dark. The whole world seems boundless now. No more combat training in the morning, ever. No more breakfast with the palafoxes pretending to be Rafi. No pretending at all. Just me and my allies and the things in the dark that want to kill us. Freedom has a way of being terrifying. I wonder what Rafi's doing now. Is she being a good daughter, making speeches to support the war effort, or fighting our father every step of the way? Maybe some part of her feels this freedom too, with no little sister to take her place every time things get interesting. She used to envy me out there on the dance floor in front of the cheering crowds, solving problems with my fists. Maybe she's happier now, being both edges of the knife. Maybe does she miss me as much as I miss her? A red dot bobs out of the darkness, Cole using the laser sight of his hunting bow like a flashlight. As if he knows the dark thoughts in my head, he sits next to me and puts an arm around my shoulders. Out here, the simplest things make all the difference. Food, safety, warmth. His body against mine makes everything dividing us, our warring families, our lies, seem less important. You promised me an army, I say, and I don't even have pants. He pulls me tighter and the low shudder in my bones finally stills. Uniforms will be easy, he says. I'm more worried about the army part. When this all started, we had 3,000 soldiers, 200 hover cars. We'll be lucky if a quarter of them are still out there. I don't answer. 50 warships against my father is nothing. Cole puts his arm around me again. Then Zura jumped on the board. When Zura jumped on the board, left you to face those mines alone, I couldn't stop her. I get it, Cole. Her job is to protect you, just like me and my sister. Well, except she volunteered. Right. Normally, people choose their work. It seems like that would only make life harder. Having to decide, being born to protect my sister, always felt like my destiny. You didn't choose to be first son, I say. No, but I could always run away and become a big game hunter. Jeffa would love that. I pull away to look at his face. I hope she's okay, Cole, even if she hates me. He shakes his head. Fighting beside someone, it's hard to hate them. I close my eyes and see this war against my father stretching out before us. Running, fighting, maybe for years, sleeping in the wild, hungry and uncertain. But we also have this, Cole's body next to mine. I kiss him, he kisses me. All those explosions an hour ago deadened my senses, but now I can feel everything. The hard stone beneath us, the weight of his hands on my shoulders, a hint of rain chilling the desert air. Cole's lips are dry, edged with thirst and cold. Our breaths quicken, shallow and unsteady in each other's mouths. His fists knot in my borrowed shirt, our gentleness sharpening in the dark. Then, between kisses, the soft dance of his tongue, like he's saying my name, I murmur a stray thought. My sister. Cole pulls back, confused at first. Sorry, I say, but the thought of her alone with him, while I'm here with you, safe. Cole holds me closer. I'm worried about Rafi, too. We have to get a message to her. She needs to know I'm alive, that I'm coming for her. We'll take you to a city. You can tell the feeds everything. A shudder goes through me. That would just warn my father. I'm not ready for everyone to know. Then we'll figure something out. He kisses me again. We'll save your sister. And your brother too, I say. We're going to fight beside each other, maybe for a long time. This war seems endless, and we're only at the start. We kiss again, and the sounds of our lips as faint as whispers in the night.